Good morning. You're here with Flylady Kat, and we're going to talk about what to do on Saturdays. And if you are a payroll homemaker, then this is going to be of particular importance to you because I'm going to talk about what to do on Saturdays if you haven't been able to do everything during the week because you work outside the home or you work full time but from the home. Make sure you're in live chat, not top chat, so I can see your comments. And if you are watching this recorded, then you're going to look for this sign, which means that we're actually going to be getting into the actual program of what we're doing on Saturday at that point. Right now, I'm going to say hello to everyone. So give me just a few minutes to do that. There's 17 of, 23. You guys are popping in fast. Okay. Megan, good morning. Let me see if you're the first person. Actually, Kathy David was my first person. Hey, Kathy. Long time no see. Kiona is here. Hi, Kiona. Megan is here. Good morning, Megan. Aw. Jessica is here. Good morning, Jessica. Happy weekend to you. Tressa Wilson is here. Good morning. LA is here. Hello. Margaret Rose is here. Good morning. Brenda Jones is here. Hi, Brenda. Marty Watson is here, one of my moderators, my sister moderator. Good morning, Marty. Amy West is here. Good morning, Amy. Nancy Soretta is telling us good morning. Karen Prather is here. Hi, Karen. Lita is here. Good morning, Lita. Bonnie Lacey is here. Hi, Bonnie. Randy is here. Hey, happy weekend, Randy. Kathy Damon is laughing her little head off. Irene is here from Brandon, Manitoba. Hi, Irene. Teresa Nelson is here. Good morning, Teresa. Mr. B is here saying happy game day, roll tide, all of his lovely football things. I decided not to wear my football jersey today because I'm only going live twice a week now on Mondays for the at-home homemakers to tell them what we're going to do all week, and on Saturdays for the payroll homemakers to say, how do you do this when you work full-time? I will be happy to take questions, however, at the end from anyone from either side. So not that we have sides. We all love each other. We're all in the same wagon. Allison Stevens is here. Hey, Allison. LA's commenting to Mr. B for catching something. Margie Forrest is here. Good morning, Margie. Lori Meyer, happy Saturday, Lori. Karen has given us a little wave. Good morning, Karen. Brenda Jones is saying good morning, Mr. B. Jenna Roeg is here. Hi, happy Saturday, Jenna. Lisa Iao, missed you this week. I hope you had a good one. I did, Lisa. Jean Bovier is here. Good morning. Brenda Jones, Mr. B, I know. Michelle Kennedy Hawkins says, good morning. Roll Tide. Brenda, a graduate from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Roll Tide, Brenda. Simone Dressler, good afternoon from Germany. Good afternoon. We can't say moin moin, right? We have to say something else, whatever that is. I'm trying to learn German a little bit. Good morning, Allison. Tracy Vasquez. Hi, Tracy. Good morning. Working to get caught up this weekend. Oh, baby. I can't remember, Tracy, do you work outside the home? I know you're one of my mentees. There's no catching up. We don't put ketchup on anything. We just plan it and do it. And if we miss it, we give ourselves grace and go forward, okay? That's the way I do this. Kat, is your live schedule changing? It has changed, and there's a video on it, a special announcement video, so make sure you watch that, LA. Julie Dawes is here. Good morning. Mimi Chapman is here. Hi, Mimi, one of my newest mentees, thanks to Teresa. Everyone that likes this live chat, thank you, Mr. B said. Oh, he said to like it, I guess. Like the chat, that'll be great. Erica Tenenbaum is here. I haven't been here in so long that I miss you, keeping me organized. Well, Erica, welcome back. Who else is here? Anybody else? It's only been 4 or 5 minutes. Let me have a sip of my coffee while you come up with a question. Do you see that bird back there? Tracy said, yep, work, but have been working on an inconsistent schedule lately, so my home blessing and zone cleaning needs done this weekend. And it should be part of your plan, you know? Jennifer Williams says, good morning. Hi, Jennifer. How are you this morning? That's a thumbs up, Mr. B said. Love this little cup. Okay. So that's a good thing to keep only the cups you love, right? Anybody else? Nobody else? Oh, here's one. Megan said, I spent all day yesterday at the ER with my oldest child. Now my home is a disaster. I'm so sorry to hear that, Megan. If you weren't home, the ones who were left behind made your house a disaster? Well, I would have them picking that up. I know you will. Megan's no pushover. Okay, girls, you ready? We're going to get into the day, and then at the end we'll have questions and answers. All right, here we go. So here's what we do on Saturday and every single day. We get up in the morning and we do our morning routine, which is to get up and get dressed, then to make your bed. And I'm just going to stop right there. When you get up in the morning and you get dressed and you make your bed, man, it does something to you that gets you going for the day. If you get out of that bed and you leave it unmade, even if you get dressed, something's not right. Or if you don't get dressed and you make your bed, something's not right. But when you make the bed and you get dressed, something happens to change something up here and you feel good. So if you want to feel good, get up and get dressed and make your bed. Brush your teeth and wash your face. Moisturize your skin, put on a little makeup if you wear it. Fix your hair, swish the toilet, wipe out the sink, even on Saturday and Sundays. Put your dishes away and make yourself some breakfast or a cup of coffee, something. If you have kiddos, you can let them sleep in or you can wake them up, your choice. If you are a homemaker that is a payroll homemaker and you're trying to get stuff done in the morning, you're going to have to gauge whether you want to get your kids up or not. Do your kids normally sleep past the time you can get your stuff done? Or do your kids wake up in the middle of that time and mess you all up? If that's the truth, then wake your children up and get them through their morning routine so that you can have them situated and then get to work and actually even delegate some things. It's a good thing to do. All right, so what is the kids' morning routine? It's to get up and get dressed and make their bed. Ha ha. It's to put their pajamas away and brush their teeth and wash their face and hang their towel up and make sure the sink is clean. They've wiped out that toothpaste and fix their hair. Somebody fix their hair, please. And then come on into the kitchen and eat breakfast. Mr. B, you're so silly. Thank you. Okay, so then we're going to also do, if you're a payroll, you're going to do some laundry today. Hopefully, during the week, you did a little load every day, one little load, but it may not have gotten it all done. So Saturday is when you're going to do that. Also on Saturday, this is our planning and this is our weekly home blessing hour. So don't make your bed on Saturday. Strip your bed. Get those sheets in the washer and get them going. That's going to definitely happen first thing in the morning. All right, if you have paper clutter, we're going to go through our last inch of paper clutter. As a payroll homemaker, every day in the morning, you're going to go through an inch of paper. Do not think that takes hours. It takes seconds. You're just using your brain as a computer. You're not using your heart to say, oh, should I keep this? I don't know what to do with this. If you don't know what to do with something, don't throw it in your inbox. It has to be inbox worthy. It's probably trash. If you don't know what to do with it, it's probably trash, because you definitely know what to do with a bill, and you definitely know what to do with something that needs to be filed away, and you definitely know what to do with something that needs to be called about. These are action items. That's what goes in your inbox. If you don't know what to do with it, it's probably trash. So throw it away. It takes just a few seconds to go through an inch of paper, and that way you're going to go through 6 inches a week. That's a foot every 2 weeks, 2 feet in a month. Figure out how much paper you have in feet, divide it by 2. That's how many months it's going to take. Okay? All right. And then you won't have any paper clutter, because the other thing you're going to do is every time the mail comes in, you're going to do the same thing. Trash, 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 trash. Bill. Done. Okay? All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a clutter check. We do a clutter check after breakfast. So the kids would have gotten up and had their breakfast. Everybody's going to help clean the kitchen real quick. Just bring your dishes to the dishwasher. That's all you're asking the kids to do. You've already emptied it. It's empty and waiting. If you want a child to empty your dishwasher, it better happen very early in the morning, because after breakfast, you need a place for those dishes to go. If your kids aren't up and ready to do that, then that's your job. Give them something else to do. It needs to be empty. I'm serious about this. Okay. So we've done our morning routine, we've done our paper routine, we've done our laundry routine. Now we're going to do a clutter check. That's just a quick look around your house. So far we're not spending a lot of time. Quick look, looking around the room, what needs to be put away? What's in the wrong spot? Nobody's in trouble. You're not in trouble. The kids aren't in trouble. We're just noticing the bad habits that we have of leaving books on the side table, or leaving coffee cups sitting around, or leaving the dog's leash somewhere. Everything has a place to go. Shoes in the middle of the room, that's a flat surface. After you've done the clutter check, and that would include a quick look at the areas that you decluttered maybe last weekend. So last weekend you did zone 3, the bathroom and one other room. Go look in those rooms and make sure that you aren't shoving things during the week into the drawers and cabinets and closets that you've been decluttering. Make sure you're placing things mindfully. That's the difference. It just takes a second longer and it makes all the difference in having things shoved in or everything's placed nicely and you can see them. Okay? All right. So after we do that, we're going to do a toy check. If you have children who are small enough to dump toys, this is the time we're going to do that morning toy check just to see if there's anything that happened that needs to be taken care of. Maybe you didn't do it last night, so you're going to take care of it this morning, or they are. And then they're free to play and dump it out again. You're going to do a toy check after breakfast, after lunch, after dinner, and before bed. And you're going to do a clutter check after breakfast, after lunch, and after dinner. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is work on our basic weekly plan. We're going to go back to routines, but this is the way our morning looks. So our basic weekly plan, the first thing we're doing is our weekly home blessing hour. My suggestion for you is that you take one of the 6 things that we do in the weekly home blessing hour and do it when you first get home from work Monday through Friday. So when you first get home from work, go to the bathroom, let the dog out, kiss the kids, make sure your supper is started, and once it's simmering, it could be in a crock pot, it could be in an Instant Pot, it could be sitting on the back of the stove. Maybe your rice takes 20 minutes, whatever. You've got something going, something's baking, something's simmering, leave it alone, and go do your little teeny weekly home blessing hour item, which is 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So you've got dusting. That could happen on Monday. Tuesday, you could empty the little garbage cans in the house and reline them. Wednesday, you could clean all the glass, clean the spots off the back of the mirror, and clean the spots where the dog mashes his nose or the cat puts her paws or where the children put their fingers. That's going to happen. And then you're going to do a vacuum or dust mop of your hard floors. And then that will be Thursday. And then Friday, you can do mopping. Now remember, each one of these is 10 minutes long. For the things that take in the whole house, just pick 5 rooms. Do those 5 rooms, get it done 2 minutes per room or less. When you get to when you get to any of it, remember that we're just cleaning the middles. We're not doing a deep surface clean. We're doing, a deep clean of the surfaces. We're doing a little take a whack at it kind of thing. Get it done quick. So during the week, you get that done, and on Saturday, you take care of your sheets. That's the 6th thing. Okay, if you have not figured out a way to get that done when you come home, or you're just too overwhelmed and you can't do it, and you planned on doing your weekly home blessing hour today, then do it now. You've already got your sheets going. So the next thing you're going to do is the rest of the weekly home blessing hour. Okay, so give yourself, an hour. Get it done. Then you're going to do your zones. Your zones take 1 hour. It's 4 15-minute units of decluttering. So the zone we were in this last week was zone 4, the master bedroom, master bathroom, and master closet. If you have a master bathroom, you might not. But it's the master bathroom, master bedroom, master closet. So you can take that in 4 15-minute segments. You cannot go into your master bedroom and say, okay, today I have an hour to work in my master bedroom. And it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming and you freeze. Eek, I can't do this. It's too much. I don't even know where to begin. You have to have a plan. You have to say, okay, today I'm going to scrub the tub and the shower. That's going to take me 15 minutes. And then I'm going to straighten my closet a little bit. I'm going to work on just the tops, just organizing all the tops into one area and maybe throwing out some things that I don't want to keep. That's the second 15 minutes. Third 15 minutes, I'm going to work in my closet some more. I'm going to work in my slacks and do the same thing I just did with my blouses and make sure things, I want to keep things, and the things I don't want to keep go. And then maybe the last 15 minutes, maybe that's all you needed to do in your closet. So you want to work in your dresser drawer. You're going to work in your underwear drawer. Work on something that's specific, not something so generic that it's overwhelming. Be very careful with that. All right, so we're going to do zone 4 because we always do what the at-home homemakers did all week. We're doing it on Saturday. So that's going to be about an hour. If you don't have any decluttering left in your bedroom, then yay you. You just have to do 4 deep cleaning things. A deep cleaning thing might only take you 5 minutes. It might take you 10 minutes. It might take you 15 minutes. Let's pick 4. Let's pretend that it it's done. And if this is you, great. So in this case, I'd still clean the shower. That's 15. And then I would take a little look at the closet and straighten that up. That'd probably take me about 5. And then I would dust the ceiling fan. That takes about 5. And then I would vacuum under the bed. That takes about 10. And you're done. So it's not going to take you an hour in these examples. Okay? All right. The next thing we're going to do is go back to the basic weekly plan. The basic weekly plan has weekly home blessing hour, free day, planning day, errand day, car and purse day, family fun day, and renew your spirit. I know that sounds confusing, but that's just one thing a day that at-home homemakers can employ. Because you are not at home, you are at work. The weekly home blessing hour, we're splitting it up all week long with just sheets on Saturday, or if you choose, the whole thing on Saturday morning. And then we're working on your zone. And then the next thing is free day. As a person who works, you don't get a free day. I worked for over 40 years. I didn't get a free day, but we do get free time that at-home moms just don't get. That drive to work, that can be an inspirational or enjoyable time. I love to listen to books on tape. That's what I would do. I would also pray, listen to praise music, or listen to rock and roll if I wanted to. It was my time. I didn't get in the car with jobs to do. I didn't want to put my makeup on at the light. Number 1, gross. Number 2, dangerous. Number 3, unprofessional. You work. You have a profession. Get yourself ready before you leave the house so that when you're in the car, you're calm and you know you're going to be at work on time. You've left on time. You had a planned morning and you enjoy that ride in. If someone is bothering you, they're on your tail, they're riding your tail, they want you to go because they're late, that's not your problem. Try to get over and let them go. But if you can't get over, don't worry about them. Stay where you are. A lot of times we're in bumper to bumper traffic and they're still doing that to us. They've got a personal problem. They didn't get up on time and now they're freaking out and think it's your fault. So don't worry about it. Just don't cause any heartache. You know what I mean? Get over if you can, let them go, be nice, and enjoy your trip. On the way home, you have the same thing. Or you can call a friend you haven't talked to in a long time. Mommies at home can't do that because kids are always, Mommy, Mommy, they want their attention. This is your time, okay? You also have a lunch break that is yours and 2 breaks that are yours. You might opt to do some other things on your lunch hour and that's fine, but in general, these are your private free times. So that's your free time. Planning and desk day is Wednesday for at-homers, but you're going to do planning and desk day on the weekend. I'm going to suggest you do it on Sunday afternoon. You've enjoyed your Saturday with your family. You've gotten your things done in the morning. You've enjoyed your Sunday with your family and renewed your spirit. Everybody's calm and chill. Now you can do your planning and desk day on Sunday. Remember, planning and desk day involves food, finance, inbox, and planner. Those 4 things, okay? All right. The next thing we're going to do is errand day. Well, errand day can happen on your way to work or your way from work or on your lunch hour or even on your break. If you need to go pick something up from the jeweler's or the library or drop something off, you can get that done while you're out and about. If you need to pick up your groceries and you've ordered them on Sunday, arrange for them to be picked up on Thursday or whatever day it is you want to pick them up on, and pick them up on your way home, or delegate that to your husband or someone else in the family who can drive, or have them delivered to your home. That's errand day, so it's not a big deal. Car and purse day. This is something I did on my break at work. I went out to my car with a Walmart bag. If there was any trash, it went in the Walmart bag. I took it in and threw it away. If there were things in the car that I'd left in there that needed to go home, they went in a second Walmart bag on the front seat of my car. If I had time, I shook my mats and I left. Then on my second break, I sat at the break table and I went through my purse. I didn't dump it on the break table. How rude. Just go through it and get out your paper, your wrappers, your dead Kleenex, clean your purse out, organize it. When you get home, think of it, give it a little wipe off. That'd be a good thing to do. Or switch the contents to another purse, but it's all ready to go, okay? So that's car and purse day. And then Saturday's family fun day. So after you've done these things, you're going to have family fun day, and tomorrow's renew your spirit day. So you see how you can fit it all in? Okay, here's the other things we're going to do. In the morning, we're going to check our planner to make sure that we know exactly what's going on. So in your planner, maybe you have an important meeting with the vice president and he's going to come talk to your group. Then maybe you want to dress a little nicer. So you looked at that the night before and laid out the proper clothes because you want to be dressed respectably, right? If you have to go have lunch with a friend, you want to make sure you know that the night before. You know, you have those little notes in there. If tomorrow's your husband's birthday, good idea to remember that. It's in your planner. If you know what you're having, if you've made out your menu on Saturday, then on Sunday, then you know what you're going to be eating all week. It's in your planner. Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm having a crock pot meal. I better go run put the crock pot out so I don't forget to put the things in it in the morning so it'll be ready when I get home. Those little tricks and tips are what keep you on your game. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this planner in the morning to refresh what we already looked at the night before. Now, some of the at-home homemakers have a hard time getting up in the morning. When you have to go to work, that's your why. It makes you get up out of bed. So you have to have a why to get up on time, to get yourself ready. And if you're enjoying that trip to work and you don't want to be rushed and late and putting on your makeup at the red lights, then get yourself up when it's time to get up. You didn't get enough sleep? Note that and go to bed at the right time tomorrow night or tonight, okay? All right, still have to get up, you still have to go to work, headache or no, cough or no. I have at-home homemakers who like to have excuses of not working in their home because they have a headache or they have a cough, not a migraine, just a headache or a cough or a sore muscle. Those kind of things that keep you from going to work are the things that at-home homemakers need to know. Those are the things you drop down to routines. But if you are a person who works, you know you have to work in less than ideal conditions, sometimes physically. Don't go to work with the flu. Don't go to work with COVID, obviously. But do go to work when you have to go to work, right? You only have so many sick days or vacation days that you can use up. Okay, so what are we going to do after dinner? We're going to do our dishes. We're going to do our table. We're going to do our counter. We're going to do our sink. We're going to do our floor. And we're going to do our stove and pots. All right, so that's going to be something we're going to share with all the kids. We're going to split that up before dinner. They already know it's going to happen. Their little chore chart is up there. They know who's doing what today. We're going to put on whoever gets to choose the music's music today, and we're going to get it done after dinner. And then after that, you're going to do your before bed routine, and then you're going to put your kids through their before bed routine. Save your teeth and the dishes in the kitchen, that last little bit of dishes in the sink. Save those two things for the end, right before you go to bed, and then get to bed on time. Even on the weekend, get to bed on time. Don't get in a habit of staying up super late on the weekend and sleeping in on Sunday morning or Saturday morning and not getting your things done, because and then on Monday, it's really, really hard to get back into the swing. Okay, so stick with your schedule. It's the best thing. All right, I think we've gone over everything we need to do. Let's look and see what the day looks like. Okay, so we got up. Let's say you get up normally to go to work you need to leave the house at 7:30. You have a half-hour drive to work. So you have to get up at 6:30 because you have children to deal with, maybe even 6. Okay, and if you don't have kids, then you can get up at 6:45 because your morning routine really only takes 30 minutes and it'll give you a little extra room. So let's just say you normally get up at 6. So get up at 6 on Saturday. Get up at 6 and do your morning routine, 30 minutes, the things that we went through. So it's now 6:30. Go into the kitchen and make yourself some breakfast. You've emptied the dishwasher, all that's happened. You've got your laundry going. Your bed is stripped. Don't make it, strip it on Saturday. Now we're going to maybe have a little breakfast. It's still early, so we're going to let the kids sleep in. And we're going to have a little breakfast. So now it's 7. Now your kids are starting to wander in. So go ahead and wake your kids up because they need to get up at their regular schedule, close to it. So wake your kids up at 7. It'll be a little later for them. And let them get up and do their morning routine and have their breakfast. So now it's 7:30, maybe 7:45 by the time you get the kitchen cleaned up. There are going to be teenagers who need a lot of sleep. Just let them sleep. Don't be mean. Let them sleep. Have a deadline that you won't let them sleep past. If it's 10, if it's 12, it doesn't matter to me. It's your house, but let them sleep. Teenagers' bodies are growing so fast, they need as much sleep as a baby. Okay, where were we? All right, so we were at 7:30, 7:45. Now we're going to go ahead and do your weekly home blessing hour item. And if you've already got your sheets going and you did it all week long, you get to go to the next thing. If you didn't, 7:45 to 8:45, you're doing the weekly home blessing hour. If you split it with the children who are up, it might only take you till 8:15. But let's just say 8:45. 8:45, that's done. Now we're going to do the zone. The zone is going to take an hour maximum. So 8:45, let's spend 15 minutes with the kids, make sure everything's good. Let's start it at 9, it's done at 10. Ta-da, 10 o'clock. Now your kids, maybe this is when you want your teenagers to get them up, put them through their morning routine, but you're done. It's family day. Do something fun with your family. And then at 9:30, if that's your normal time they go to bed for you, get the kids in bed at their time. When it's 9:30 your time, then go, this is for me, I go and make sure the dishwasher has soap in it, it's running, I've wiped the sink, I put a new towel out, I brush my teeth, floss my teeth, and go to bed. Okay, so that's kind of what your day looks like. And you're going to have some things that are happening in there, some clutter checks, some toy checks, but mainly you're enjoying your day. Sunday's going to be really easy. You're just going to get up and do routines. Every other day, you're just doing routines. Monday through Friday, you're doing routines, including laundry and clutter check and paper. And you're doing, maybe when you come home from work, that little bit of weekly home blessing hour. Also, don't forget when you do delegate things to your children to inspect what you expect. Okay, I'm opening it up for questions and comments. I saw lots rolling by, but I didn't comment. So now's the time. If I missed it, re-comment or ask me your question and I'll be happy to answer, okay? It doesn't have to be just about payroll. It can be about anything. Good morning, Bell. How are you? Do I have on the right glasses? I do, okay. I just can't see it very well. All right, who else is here this morning? We have 86 people on here. Who's lurking out there? Anybody have any questions about payroll? Janice is talking to Margaret. My coffee's cold now, yuck. I don't really like cold coffee. Larry loves it. Any questions or comments? Belle said, can't figure out when to find you live. I come on live at 10 o'clock on Saturday and 9 o'clock on Monday. That's it. My title has changed back to A Better Life with Flylady Kat, or you can just put in Flylady Kat and find me that way. Hopefully you're getting a notification. Good morning, Donna Hacker. You're welcome, Belle. Anybody else? That's not much of a question. Any questions on this system? Oh, hi, Faria. So happy you're here. Glad you said hello. Hi, Charity. Good to have you. Thumbs up, everybody, Belle says. Okay. Looks like we're only going to go to 30 minutes if I don't get questions. Jamie Rowe, so glad to catch you live. I'm a payroll fly baby and had a great stretch, but have been so overwhelmed lately. Catching up today. Try not to catch up. Try just to forgive yourself and go forward, okay? And then plan out your next week. And, you know, the thing that I love about planning in my planner is these friction pens. I don't sell these. I don't get any money for these, but these are great little pens. I get them from Amazon. If you need to change something, you can change it. But make sure you plan it. If something happens and you can't do something on a day, then it's okay. You couldn't control that. But if you know something is going to happen and you misplanned or you didn't know about it, then you can fix it in advance with these friction pins. Okay, I used to call them Frixion because that's what it looks like it says, but it's pronounced friction. All right, these are best pens ever. Okay, I missed some questions. Let's see. Karen, hi Karen, just folded a load of laundry. Good girl. Hi Sharon, why did you title change? I did so people could find me who don't already know who I am. People look for Flylady all the time, and I feel like I have a lot to offer. And as a professional mentor, who has mentored hundreds and hundreds of people, and I've been doing the system for myself for many, 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 many years. And I just feel like if they're looking for Flylady, they might as well come to me. That's what I feel like. I need those pens. I know, Charity, they're great. Let's see. Why don't you have me there to warm up your coffee? You don't have me there to warm up. Oh, that's right. I don't, Marty. That's what the problem is. I miss you. Question, can you address home paperwork for payroll? Yeah. Home paperwork for payroll. Let me get a clarification on that. Do you mean payroll related paperwork? Like you work from the home and it's payroll paperwork? Or do you mean your paperwork in the house and you're a payroll person? That's two different questions. So I'm not quite sure which one. If you'll just restate your question, Belle, I'll answer that. LA, how early can you start your evening night routine? I like to start it right after dinner. So if you feed your children at 5:30 and dinner's done by 6 and you've cleaned up by 6:30, then 6:30. um, Tony says, because you're not going anywhere, really, unless you're going somewhere. If you're going somewhere, even if it's later in the evening, you could still do your before bed routine. You can still pick out your clothes, take your shower, moisturize your skin, and then just put on something comfy to run your child to wherever it is and come back. You don't have to wait to take your bath and then not take it or shower. Karen, I'm not able to do much because of being a payroll person with a broken foot. I know it's hard to deal with a broken foot. Broken feet feel better pretty soon, believe it or not. And so when you've got your walking cast on, you can actually do a lot of things. There's a weekly home blessing video that I made with a cast on a broken foot. I know you can do it. And I was a payroll person for a long, long time. So you can do that payroll broken foot stuff just a little every day. If your foot's hurting you at the end of the day, save your weekly home blessing hour till the morning on Saturday. If it's a recently broken foot, skip it. But if your foot is feeling a little better, you can do it, okay? You can skip it. I give you permission. You don't have to feel bad about that. It's not the end of the world because you're not going to have a broken foot forever. But your foot will feel better at some point. You know that point where you don't have to wear that boot to bed? That's the point when you're starting to feel better, okay? If you're still wearing a boot to bed, that's bad. All right. And I have broken my foot twice. You can do it, Karen. Tony said, family lived with me for 2 years. They moved out and I'm struggling to add that half of the house to my weekly home blessing hour. My house size doubled, another kitchen, another bathroom, etc. Currently, it's not furnished. Honey, if that part of the house isn't being used, you don't have to weekly home blessing hour it. Any room that's not being used does not require a home blessing. We're talking about the living space, okay? So if you've got a whole second house attached to your house and no one's using it, the only thing that I want you to do is to make sure you squish and swipe the sinks and toilets. That's it. And that's on a daily basis. So that'll just take you a little extra. Don't worry about doubling your work. That's not important because there's not people there. Charity said, I need those pens. Yes, you do. Target now has the pens in smaller packs. Oh, good, Randy. Good to know. Hi, Julie. Margaret Rose said, good morning. Margaret Petty. Sorry. Good morning, Margaret Petty. Said, good morning. Ellen is Randy. Thanks for the heads up about Target. To Randy, Ellen said, both doing both. Belle said, okay. Papa Willie and Nana D. Morning, Kat. Listening to you live this morning. Thanks for the motivation. Deanna. Hi, Deanna. Ellen said, broken foot. Great time to do paperwork, mending, anything that only requires a brain and hands. Good point. Buelina, good morning. Glad to see your beautiful smiling face. Thanks for all your wonderful advice. Thank you, Buelina. First time visitor. Nice to have you. What's your first name? Because I can't pronounce that. If you can tell me how to say it, if that's your first name, I'll be happy to do that for you. All right, girls. Looks like we don't have a lot of questions. Sid, thank you, Sid. Good to have you. I have a granddaughter who I call Sid. Her name is Sydney. Anyway, good to have everybody this morning. Looks like the questions are dying down. I love you too, Naya. Margaret said, someone has said they work 3 days a week. What routine would they be on? They would be on the at-home routine, but they just need to schedule it a little differently. If you work like a 24/7 weekend, where you're working a lot, or 16-hour days for 3 days a week, you're going to need that fourth day off just to rest. But then those other 3 days of the week, you can just collapse some time frames and do everything in those 3 days. But it has to be planned. It can't be a default or a catch-up, okay? Good question, Margaret. Thanks for restating it for us. Tony said, thank you. There are rugs that need vacuumed, and the kids play dodgeball down there. That makes sense. Only add what gets used. That will help me. You're very welcome. All right, girls. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this Saturday video for payroll. If you are a at-home homemaker, you're going to have your video at 9 o'clock on Mondays. I do have 3 videos for you every week. Let me get my list. Hold on. Sorry about that. So this week, one moment, please. What does that say? Mr. B is saying, join Patreon. Absolutely. All right. So this last week on Patreon, I have these 5 videos, and they are good, I have to say. One is called Falling Off the Wagon. One is called Baby Steps to Routines. One is called The Chief Mommy in Charge. One is Your Future, Your Life, and one is Your Why. Those are great videos, and I'm especially happy with the Your Why. For the YouTube audience, you had your live on Monday. On Tuesday, you had a video specifically for you called Clutter Check. And then on Wednesday, you had a specific one for you called Chaos Crisis Cleaning. And then on Thursday, you had routines. And then Mr. B on Friday pulls one of my old Patreon videos every week, and he puts it out so you know what Patreon videos are kind of like. But that's what we're doing. Next week, we're going to have on Patreon, I've already got two made. One is The Holidays Are Coming, that's on Patreon. And another one is called Being a Mother of Character and Raising Children of Character. So those are the two that I have identified so far. For YouTube next week, we're going to have on Tuesday, Messy Home Medicine, Jump In Now, and Getting It Done. So there will always be something specific for you. If you go to Patreon, there are no advertisements, number one. Number two, on Patreon, it's more about how you think, how you can implement these things, how you can really change your life, a lot of personal care, a lot of reflection. Of course, that's thinking. So I encourage you to come over to Patreon. Also, if you're on Patreon, which is just $5 a month for 20 videos a month. If you're on Patreon, that's where if you decide you need to be mentored, you can ask me to mentor you on Patreon. So on Patreon, I have for $25 a month, one mentorship a month for 25 minutes. If you go for $50, that's every 2 weeks you get a mentoring. I do have several spots that have opened up. So if you're interested, come on over and we'll get you in there, okay? Then on my final mentoring is open to patrons, and it is 4 times a month, and that is my full-time mentoring for a season. Currently, we're on fall. When December rolls around, we'll be going into our winter season, and at that point, if I have spots available, I'll be announcing it on Patreon. I'll be announcing it, and then I'll be looking for people's notices on Patreon. Okay, let's see if there's a few more notes here, and then I've got to go. Mimi Chapman says, thank you for the motivation. It's so helpful. You're welcome. Marty said, I can't find it. What does that mean, Marty? Oh, Lita, she missed your question. I'm sorry I missed your question, Lita. If you can just put it back in, I'll answer it real quick. Marty can't find it. Jillian said, good morning. Lita, are you on Top Chat or Live Chat? You want to be in Live Chat. Thank you, Rich. Appreciate that. Donna said, is there a charge for Patreon? It's $5 a month, Lita. Donna, and I just answered that, so you probably heard the answer. You can choose $5, $25, or $50. If you want to be personally mentored full time, which is 4 times a month, that's $100 a month, and that's not offered. It's offered as a patron. You have to be a patron to get it, but it's paid separately. It's not paid through Patreon. Okay. Mary said, hi, Kat. I've gone back to work 3 days a week, 8:30 to 4:30. All the kids are at college, so just me and my husband. I love you, Mary. You're so sweet. I'm struggling with should I do payroll schedule or stay home schedule? Struggling. Yep, if you're working 8:30 to 4:30, 3 days a week, then you might have heard my answer, but maybe didn't. You're just going to do routines on those 3 days. If you're feeling pretty good, which you should be getting off at 4:30, then you've got 3 days that you can do work. So that would be like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, for example. And you just take your 1 week's at-home thing and kind of crush it in a little bit. It won't take too long, okay? All right. That's called collapsing time frames, but don't try to do it all on one day because you don't need to. You've got 3 good days you can do things in. Oh, Mr. B, Lita, if your question's over 300 characters, it won't show up. That's another thing. So if you can just quickly tell me what it's about in general, I'll try to do my best. I'm still here. I'm not gone yet. Okay? All right, I'll drink the rest of this cold coffee while I'm waiting. Don't make it real long, or put it in several parts. Anybody else have a question while we're waiting on Lita? Nobody? Anybody? Well, maybe Lita's not even going to ask. Okay. Well, girls, and maybe there's some guys on here. It was great talking to you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Mimi. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. And always remember to be beautiful. Oh, Lita's question came in, so back that up. Donna said, I'm loving the progress I'm making. It's slow but sure. Great. Lita said, should I wake my 2-year-old grandson for routines or let him sleep in? He's 2, let him sleep. Nancy's given us love and hearts. Tony said, question, garages, I feel like they never get discussed. LOL, if you miss it, no worries. No, I didn't miss your question. And a garage is an other room. That's zone 3. If your garage is to the point where it's extremely overwhelming and you feel like it will never get done in zone 3, then, or you've got your whole house done except your garage, you can do a project. And if you don't know what a project is, look at some of my playlists. I have videos on projects. Okay, you're welcome, Lita. All right, now I can say my favorite thing. Don't forget that I love you and that you are beautiful.